Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today's video is a collaboration with my friend Erika Tesla. Erika and I actually did one of my favorite collaboration videos from last year's holiday collaboration season. So I'm gonna link that in the description box below because I just loved that video and I just love Erika. Erika has the most graceful beauty. I love the way she does her makeup. She actually does a lot of reviews for products that I haven't reviewed, so I know that you will have a lot to gain from her channel. Definitely go check her out. She is so kind, so funny, just such a great, easy person to listen to. I love listening to her videos because she's so soothing. I know that you will just love her as much as I do. If you're not already subscribed to Erika, go check out her channel. I can't wait to see what her take on this year's collaboration is. I came up with this idea specifically for Erika and I because she is a traveling queen. You have to go follow her Instagram. She goes on all of these awesome trips and she shares a lot of that alongside beauty content. That's some of my favorite things to watch from her. So I thought we should have a travel theme for our collab this year. So the idea for this collaboration project is that we would share the top 12 things we would repurchase if we were on a trip and we lost our makeup bag. I'm actually gonna share mine shopping cart style because in this scenario, I think that what I would do is go to one retailer. I would probably try to find an Ulta or a Target, do a one-stop shop, load up the cart, and try to get my life back on track. So I'm gonna show you the process of shopping online, but just know if this played out in real life, I would really have to stick to what I could find in store. But we're not going in-store shopping right now. It's December. It would not be a good time to shop, let alone film in a store. So I'm going to do an online shopping cart and I'm going to show you the top 12 things I would purchase if I lost my makeup bag. I just got back from a trip and I'm so glad I didn't lose my makeup bag. We're going to be focusing on tried and true staple items and multitaskers so that I can really get the most out of my top 12 items. So let's get to shopping. Here we are on the Ulta website. I feel like this is the place that I would for sure go in this scenario because there are so many options, both drugstore and high-end. And even though we don't have a spending limit, I still want to think about this in a real world scenario. Like, I want good bang for my buck if I'm in this situation. So the first thing I'm looking for is a brush set. I like the idea of these sets that have sponges with them. That just seems like a really good investment if I were actually in this specific need. But I could not resist this Real Techniques Shine of the Times makeup brush set, especially because it has really nice extras. It has this little brush cleaner, there's a little makeup bag, and it's on sale. It just seems like it would be the right type of thing that I would go for if I really did lose my makeup bag and I really was trying to replace as many items as I possibly could all in one fell swoop. So that's what I decided to go with. I'm counting that as one item. Is that cheating? I don't know. It's one thing. It says one in bag, so I'm going to count that as one item. I'm trying to think through this sort of in the order that I do my makeup. So I know since I'm in Ulta that I'll be able to grab one of my all-time tried and true favorite foundations. And I do want to go for a couple of reliable base products. So I'm going straight in for the Complexion Crush Foundation. This is an Ulta Beauty branded product. This is one of my favorite foundations in my current rotation. I actually traveled with it on my last trip. I already know exactly which shade I use, so this is a no-brainer for me. I love the plastic squeezy tube packaging for travel. It's only 14 bucks. I know that this is a reliable purchase for me, so I am definitely adding the Complexion Crush Foundation to bag. And I can also sheer this out. I can build it up. I just can get everything I need. And speaking of reliable products, let's talk about my all-time favorite concealer. It's the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer. I also know my shade in this one right off the bat. I have repurchased this exact concealer 6, 8, 10 times, maybe more, I'm not sure. But I know that I can wear this on its own or with the Complexion Crush foundation, so I know I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of this. Plus, I always need a backup anyway, so I might as well buy another one here. Now we reach the part of the video where I'm glad that Erika suggested we have an item number limit instead of a price cap limit, because if I'm going to replace a setting powder, a bronzer, a blush, a highlighter, then I think the idea of a face palette is really useful in this scenario. And since I have a 12 item limit instead of a price cap, I'm gonna splurge. I'm gonna get something that I know is gonna work well for me, I know I'm gonna like, and that for me is an Hourglass palette. Now these are super pricey. I thought about just going for one of these little trios, but I don't really feel like I'm getting exactly what I want out of these palettes because I'm not getting setting powder, bronzer, blush, and highlighter all together. And in my mind, if I'm spending $70 on a face palette, I want to get everything I need included. So I'm maybe doing some mental gymnastics here, but if I'm gonna spend 70 and get 3 powders, I might as well spend 90 and get 6 powders, right? Huh? Anybody else agree? I have one of these palettes. I have the Jellyfish one, which is sold out now on the Ulta site, but I could always use this as an excuse to pick up one of the other palettes because I love the one that I got so much, and I think that I would really enjoy this Leopard palette as well. It has all of the powders I need: finishing powder, highlighter, blush, bronzer. I know that these are super high quality performance-wise. Hourglass palettes have never let me down. Their face powders are just so super beautiful. And, you know, if I'm already sad about missing my makeup bag, then maybe a little Hourglass ambient lighting edit unlocked palette splurge can help me feel a little bit better. So I decided to add one of these as one item. Again, I don't know if that's cheating, but either way, the Leopard palette is going into the bag. Now that I have tools and my face base well and truly covered, another thing that I absolutely need is a good brow gel. And Ulta does not sell Glossier. They make Boy Brow, which is one of my top favorite brow gels ever, but they do sell NYX, and the brow glue is one of the only things that can tame these crazy brows of mine. So I know that this is another tried and true reliable product, something that I have repurchased. So I feel very good about the decision to use this as both a tint for the brows and my brow gel to keep them in place. Let's recap so far so that I can figure out what I need next. So I have face base, tools, brows covered. I definitely need to worry about lashes next. This isn't exactly order of importance, but I'm really just trying to get the highest priority things first and also trying to think through in a logical order so that I don't miss something important. As thorough as the tool set I chose is, it does not have a lash curler, and I feel like this is one thing that makes a really big difference for my personal makeup routine. I have decently long and dark lashes, so even just curling really makes a difference. And I noticed my personal eyelash curler is that Tarte one that's just below, but this seems pretty similar. I like the handles on this one instead of the loops, so I'm gonna add that one. Plus it has a buy two get one free, which may come in handy for other Ulta Beauty products that I want to purchase. I'm not basing everything off of that sale, but it could come in handy. I am trying to make the most of my dollars and cents here. Another tried and true product is the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara. I use it all the time. Multiple repurchases. It is most likely what was in my bag to begin with. So I'm definitely adding that one. Another must-have for me that I will be able to snag at Ulta is the matte eye primer. This is, again, a product that I have used and loved pretty much every single day, and I have already repurchased another one, so it would not hurt my feelings to have to buy an extra. And I want to go into my bag and just recap a little bit what I have already covered with the 8 items that I've selected so far, and what I could really benefit from as far as the 4 remaining items that I have. 4 isn't a lot. I don't have any eyeshadow in my bag right now, and I don't have any lip products yet. So those are the 2 things that I really need to focus on for my remaining 4 items. I do think it makes the most sense to go for a lip set in this scenario. Let's be real. On my worst day, I have a minimum of 2 lip products already in my purse, like the handbag that I'm carrying. If I was in a travel situation, I'm most likely going to have more than that, but I'm not relying on anything that I would be carrying with me. For the most part, I know I would have backup skincare, I would have a couple of lip products, and I typically do have a small makeup bag in my carry-on, along with some skincare for the plane. I always have sunscreen. I always have some toiletries, deodorant, toothbrush, and toothpaste. I am that person. I am that traveler. If you need a Band-Aid, if you need an aspirin, if you need a touch up on your powder, I probably have it. So I am aware that I would benefit from that, but I do think it's wise in this particular setup that we have going here to go for a lip set. That way I can get a little bit of variety. And I'm going to be honest, as I was scrolling through here, I was a little bit overwhelmed. I wasn't really immediately drawn towards something like I had been with the brush set, or really had my heart set on something like I was with the Hourglass palette. It took me a while to scroll through here before I realized that instead of just searching for a lip set in general, I should just go and look at particular brands that I know I love their lip products. So I decided to pull up a search for ColourPop. These are tried and true. You know, if you know me, you know, I'm a huge ColourPop fan. I love so many of their lip formulas. So I know that I'm going to be able to find something that I can really rely on from ColourPop lips specifically. I landed on this little Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon lip duo because it has both a gloss and an ultra blotted lip. So I'm getting 2 full-size lip products here that are going to give me 2 really different looks. I know that I like ColourPop products. I know they work for me. I know they wear well for me. So this is an easy pick for me personally. The packaging's really cute. Side note / spoiler alert, this ColourPop Pretty Guardian collection is my favorite ColourPop collection of the year after all is said and done, which is kind of a crazy, unexpected thing, but that just draws me even more towards that particular lip duo. My very last category to tackle is eyeshadow, and again, ColourPop makes some of my all-time favorite palettes. When we are talking about a go-to staple travel must-have, the ColourPop Stone Cold Fox eyeshadow palette is another very no-brainer type of pick for me. I love this palette. It's one of my most used palettes in my extensive eyeshadow palette collection. And as far as traveling goes, it has everything I need. Some true neutrals, cool tones, rosy tones, great shimmers, reliable mattes, every basic neutral that I could ask for and need. And as I scroll through my shopping cart here, I have 2 spots left to fill. I know that I want a more colorful eyeshadow palette because I love neutrals, I love colors, I want a little bit of everything. I don't want to just have cooler toned rosy neutrals only, especially considering this trip may be a week long. I can't go a week without wearing fun, colorful eyeshadow. It's just not in my nature. So I know that I need a colorful palette. I would also like it if it had some more warm tone neutrals included. The absolute perfect thing for this exact scenario is the Too Faced Italian Spritz palette. Italian Spritz is another one of my favorites for the entire year. It has some really nice staple warm toned neutrals that won't have any overlap with Stone Cold Fox. Plus it has some great pops of color so that I can do colorful, neutral, warm tones, cool tones, a little bit of everything. And I now have 11 items in my bag. That leaves me with one spot left, one item left to choose. I strongly considered doing another lip option since I left myself so many different eyeshadow combos, but I decided that I would go with something more of a practical pick. So I landed on the e.l.f. Woe Glow Sun Touchable SPF 30. Like I mentioned before, I do always travel with sunscreen because of who I am as a person, but typically I have a little travel size sunscreen just in my purse for emergencies. Great to have on hand, but not necessarily going to sustain me through a whole vacation. Especially if I'm putting makeup on top, I want to know that I'm wearing an SPF that is going to protect my skin, but also going to play well with the rest of my makeup. And this e.l.f. Sun Touchable SPF is a great glowy primer and SPF in one. So again, it's a repurchased item for me. I know I keep saying that, but I'm really focusing on tried and true multitaskers, things that I can rely on. And this SPF is definitely checking all the boxes for me. I think that as far as 12 items can go, did I maybe stretch the boundaries of this by choosing a lot of palettes and sets? Perhaps. But you know what? If I was really in this type of situation, that's what I would be doing. I would be trying to stretch my dollar, get the most out of my shopping cart. Would I necessarily buy a $90 Hourglass palette? I don't know. It depends. It's pretty pricey. It came to almost $300, which is really expensive. I'm not going to pretend like it's not. But look what we have here. A 20% off coupon, which I will take full advantage of. That's another reason why I love shopping at Ulta. They have great points. They have great coupons. I can always get a lot of good savings. So by taking advantage of this coupon, you know, it would be silly of me not to splurge on some of these items. I ended up saving over $30, and I think that replacing my entire makeup bag for $265 and some change is not bad, especially considering I would use all of these products once I got home. None of these would go to waste. Nothing is a throwaway, and everything is going to work great and look great and feel great. I'm really happy with my choices here. Fingers crossed that this never actually happens to me in real life, but at least I feel like I have a solid plan now. I can't wait to see what Erika selected for her 12 items. I know she's going to have great recommendations. She has excellent taste. I know that I take her recommendations very seriously, and I just hope that you will check out her video, and I know that you're gonna love her as much as I do. Now's the time when I want to hear what you would choose if you had to use 12 items to replace your makeup bag. I always love to hear what you think about things too. I love taking your recommendations. So make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Smoky blue eyeshadow queen. Who is she? Gotta hydrate. Drink your water. Wear your SPF. Look how cute this cup is. I bought it in person in a store from a small business in the town where I live. It's from Heart and Willow Prints, so I'll see if I can find it online. Isn't this so cute? And it's glass. I love it. Ghouls do just want to have fun. Ooh, almost broke it. Okay. All right. I'm fine. Blue eyeshadow. Kind of matches my earrings. I don't have matching nails today, but I have blue earrings and blue eyeshadow, and I feel like that should count for something. As usual, my little table's a mess. I need to wash my sponges. I have so many things that I want to film still on the roster. It's a lot for me. Hey, oh my gosh, what time is it? I got stuff to do today. I gotta keep an eye on the clock. Jeez, I can't even think about if I lost my makeup, tools, and skincare. I always carry backup skincare in my carry-on though, so. But, ugh. I have to film my best of the year series, and this has been a tough year. I don't have nearly as many things that just struck my fancy this year as I usually do. I don't know if it's me. Am I getting more difficult to please? Did the companies drop the ball this year? I think it's a little bit of both. My standards, just the goalposts are always changing. I recognize that, but you know, what can I say? So I think I might do things a little bit differently this year. I used to always do a best of face, best eyeshadow palettes, best lips. I think I'm going to do it a little bit differently this year. I haven't quite worked it out, but I think we might switch it up a little bit. Why not? Why not? This is my actual makeup bag that I took to Vegas. Does anybody want to know what's in here? I feel like my makeup bag videos, like pack with me and stuff like that, aren't really that popular. Which is fine. I mean, watch what you want to watch, but I don't want to make a video about something that you're not interested in. Let me know. I could tell you what was in here or not. Either way is fine, but it's still sitting here after like a week of being home, so there's that. Okay, that's it. We're getting close to the end of my collaborations. This is always so much fun. I love working on all these projects with my friends. I have so many awesome, cool people who have somehow agreed to be friends with me. I've always been very lucky in that department. I'm that person that always talks about how awesome their friends are. Anybody who knows me in real life will tell you that I have told them about somebody else who's my friend and how awesome they are and all the cool things they've done and how much I love them. That is just pure Sagittarius energy right there. I will always hype my friends so much. Well, I mean, it's not my fault that they're cool, so, you know, sorry, not sorry. I don't use that phrase very often because I think it usually sounds way meaner than it's meant to be, but in this case, it applies. And you know what? That includes you too. I'm here to hype you up because you're awesome too, and I love your face so much, and I'll see you real soon in my next video. Bye!